An attempted robbery came to an abrupt end when an armed man walked into a convenience store, only to be met by a clerk who was armed as well. The incident happened on September 9th in Pensacola, Florida. According to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, the suspect, 32-year-old Rakeem Stephen Tate, made a bad situation worse when he entered the store carrying a firearm. Security footage shows Tate entering the store with a gun tucked under his right arm. He appears relaxed at first, browsing the aisles and saying to someone off camera, "I'm not from around here, I'm from Chicago."
I don't mean no harm. I'm just not from around here. What you got in your hand, bro? I got a big gun. But I'm not from around here is what I'm saying. I'm from Chicago, bro.
Borough officials reported that the store clerk had already noticed Tate was armed before he even came inside. Acting quickly, the clerk went to the back room to grab his own weapon. Tate eventually decided to leave the store, but his troubles didn't end there. He was later arrested and charged with attempted robbery with a firearm and openly carrying a prohibited weapon.
But I'm not from around here is what I'm saying. I'm from Chicago, bro.
The Escambia County Sheriff's Office shared the surveillance footage on Facebook with the caption, "Not a good time for a robbery," and added a sharp message directed at Tate. "You're not in Chicago anymore. You're under arrest." In this video, we watch a series of liquor store robberies unfold, each showing how differently suspects carry out their crimes. The first clip shows a suspect walking into a liquor store and heading straight to the counter. He immediately pulls out a gun and even displays the magazine, likely to prove it's loaded. The man looks visibly nervous. Moments later, another hooded suspect enters the store. He moves directly toward the counter, brandishing a firearm, and hands the cashier a bag, ordering them to fill it with cash. At first, the employee tries to empty the register drawer into the bag, but then simply starts handing over stacks of money. After collecting the cash, the suspect walks out calmly, without drawing any attention. In the next segment, a masked man jumps over the counter immediately after entering the store. He demands that the employee empty the register, and the clerk fills a black plastic bag with money. During the robbery, the clerk even places his own wallet on the counter for the thief to take. The suspect checks the bag one last time before quickly leaving the scene. Another clip takes a different turn. The robbers crawl across the floor, possibly trying to avoid triggering motion sensors or being clearly captured on surveillance cameras. Then, in one of the more chaotic scenes, a cinder block is hurled through a store window, shattering it and creating a way in. Two suspects rush inside. One starts filling a bag with drinks while the other heads toward the back of the store. Moments later, they both run off. In the final clip, two men enter a store together. One waits near the entrance as a lookout while the other approaches the counter, pointing a gun. Soon after, a third accomplice enters and takes over the position by the door. The actual robbery happens off camera, but two of the suspects can be seen standing guard, and one of them, remarkably, looks straight into the camera and smiles.